I woke up somewhere else. Thank God Reddit is still here. You guys are never going to believe what has happened to me. It's going to sound completely crazy, but I swear to God it's true. It all started yesterday. I had just gotten off of work at 11 p.m. I work the afternoon shift at a paper factory that creates all of today's junk mail. Sometimes we actually run out important checks, but for the most part it's burn fuel. I would consider switching jobs if not for the pay. Anyway, I jumped into my green Jeep Renegade and proceeded to drive the dark 15-minute drive back to my apartment. The path not altering from the usual day routine. I decided to sit down and watch some TV. I have HBO Now on PS4, so I thought what better to do than catch up on more Game of Thrones. I had started binge watching it whenever I could, when it became all that my buddies would talk about whenever we hung out. Like usual, the second episode in is where I eventually passed out on the couch. And let me tell you, I had some pretty weird dreams. Dreams about my ex-girlfriend, dreams about people in my family who were deceased. It was really strange. But it wasn't as strange as when I woke up. When I did wake up from my near-deadly slumber, I wasn't alone in my apartment. I was laying in bed, with just my boxers on, and with my ex-girlfriend cozily stretched across my chest. I didn't know what to do. My brain was whirling at max speed. Was I dreaming? I pinched my leg. Nope, I was definitely awake. It did feel great to feel her warm body again. After all, she had broken up with me. I did miss her, but I also needed to know what the hell she was doing here, with me, now. So I did the logical thing and flicked her forehead. Her eyes squinted shut in pain before she sat up glaring. "What?" she asked me, angrily rubbing the reddish spot. "How did you get here? What's going on?" "Well, this is where we live, and we were sleeping. You okay?" She looked into my eyes, her angry brow softening into a look of worry. I knew she could sense that I was spazzing out. You live here?" I stuttered. "Last time I checked the lease, yeah." Before I could turn away, she put out her hand and turned my face towards her so our eyes met once again. "You never answered my question, and you're kind of starting to freak me out." "Yeah, sorry. I think I'm going to get up and get some fresh air. I'm not feeling so hot." I was speaking with so much force, I'm surprised she let me up. But when she did, I rushed out into the living room and slapped my face as hard as I could. I had to get my bearings straight. None of it made sense. Drive. I gotta drive. I rushed back into my bedroom and proceeded to put on the pile of clothes that lay near the foot of our bed. My cell phone was not far away, plugged into the wall where it usually was. I grabbed that too. "What's going on, babe? Where are you going?" Kate asked, now getting out of bed herself. "I'm just going to take a ride, clear my head." "You keep saying that. Clear your head from what?" She grabbed me around the waist, but I pushed her away. Her bright blue eyes looked hurt. I felt bad treating her like I did, but I had to figure out what was going on. "I promise I'll be back soon. An hour, tops," I said, and kissed her. Man, it felt good to kiss her again. Then, now fully dressed, I practically sprinted to the front door and slipped on my gray Nikes. I turned around to find my keys, and she handed them to me. 1 hour, she said. When I got outside, I noticed that the automatic lock-unlock remote wasn't on my keyring. Great, what now? As I walked to my usual parking spot, my heart sank. Parked in the spot was my grandma's 2004 Buick Century in all its glory. Where was my Jeep? My brand new 2017 Jeep? Sure enough, when I put the key in the lock, it opened. I knew that whatever was going on with me, my friend Troy would be the one to help me. He's really into strange phenomenons, conspiracy theories, and aliens. If it was abnormal or secret, he knew about it. I started up the engine and pulled out onto Maplewood Avenue. From there, it was about a 2-mile drive down Military Avenue until I hit Mason Street. The drive was when things started to get even more weird. Along the 2-mile strip, there's countless fast food restaurants, McDonald's, Wendy's, Substreet, to name a couple. And when I saw the McDonald's sign, it was missing the letter A, making it spell McDonald's. Even crazier, Substreet was replaced with a place called Subway. Thankfully, everything else along the drive seemed pretty much the same. I rubbed at the pain which had begun to creep behind my eyeballs and tried to concentrate on getting to Troy's. I drove down Mason Street for another 2.5 miles before turning right onto Lineville Street, and then a left onto William Francis Court. I sped down the street and nearly jumped the curb into his driveway. When I reached the front door, I silently pleaded for him to be home. Luckily, a couple of rings of the doorbell summoned a brunette to the door. A brunette I had never seen before. She had dark hazel eyes and a pair of black-rimmed glasses that hung from her nose. When she saw me, her eyes lit up. "Dan, what's up? You didn't call, did you? What are you doing here?" I looked at her bewildered. Oh God, who was this girl? Maybe Troy's girlfriend? No, couldn't be. She actually looked a lot like him in a way, even down to the glasses. Perhaps a relative. But she knows my name. How? "Earth to Dan. Come in, Dan," she said, and laughed. "Well, come inside. We can chill for a while." I felt like I was on autopilot as I stepped inside. Where's Troy? Is he here? I kind of need to talk to him," I said at last. "Troy who? Do I know him?" She led me into her room. It was the same bedroom, with the same 3-monitor computer setup, along with the miscellaneous walkie-talkies, headsets, and other weird devices, but with a slight girly touch to it. Suddenly, a thought appeared in my head. "How long have I, known you?" I stammered. "What do you mean? Since junior high. You okay?" Suddenly, a voice erupted from down the hall. Out of the view, it sounded like Troy's mom. "Trina! Who did you let inside? One of your friends?" "Yeah, it's just Dan, Mom," she yelled back. My head started to throb. I felt dizzy. My suspicions were coming true, it seemed. I must be in some kind of alternate reality, or maybe some tangent timeline or something. A reality where my friend Troy is a girl. It sounds completely insane, right? I told Trina that I had to go to the bathroom so I could type this up quick. I don't know how much things have changed, and I don't really know Trina. Is she trustworthy? Will she be able to help me? Ugh, this day has been so crazy. I guess I'll update again when I have time.